Hi, and welcome to this week's episode of Come to Find Out. This week we are talking with Nate from Coffee Connections, which is a local coffee shop here in the heart of Downtown Hilliard. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. This is fun.
Absolutely. So you and your wife, Sharon, started Coffee Connections, correct?
Yes. Yeah, we started back in 2016 is when we got the physical location across the street.
Okay. Was that your first location?
That was the first location, yeah. Before that, we had a little coffee bike that before this was here, the splash pad just opened. I had a little coffee bike and I would go up and down Main Street to different businesses and different complex parks. And I would park, actually there's a bike thing that you lace your bikes to. And I would just park there and serve people from here. Well, it didn't bring in a lot of money, but it gave us a lot of foot traffic, which was fun.
Yeah, that's so fun.
Yeah.
I love it. So then you have that location, and then you opened up a satellite location in Crooked Can.
Yes, yep.
So what kind of made you make that decision?
Yeah, so that one was we were a little nervous about that one because we're right across the street from each other, and so the idea of cannibalizing your own business is not a wonderful thing. So the Crooked Can is a duplicate of one down in Florida. And so they also had a coffee shop in there. So I called them before we agreed to go into here, just asking them questions about, what did you learn from this experience and that sort of thing. Come to find out, just like us, they have a location right across the street. And so after talking to the owner there and to hearing how they were able to differentiate between the two, how they used to help each other out, we felt pretty comfortable. It's like, let's make this happen. So what we're using now is the main house is kind of the morning spot open from 7 to noon. This place opens at 11. So we're kind of the after the lunch crowd, that sort of thing. It's a little bit slower than it is in there, but we get a lot of other production stuff to really help across the street. Because coffee's a morning sport. Most people get it in the morning and then it's pretty much over. So we kind of use this space as another footprint in the city, but then also production and that sort of thing.
Yeah, I love it. And you guys do more than just coffee, right?
Yes. Yeah, so we do a lot of things with, not just with the city of Hilliard, but with a lot of nonprofits in the community. All of our tips are donated every single month to nonprofits locally and globally. And so whatever comes in, we just basically donate it out. So it's either a diaper drive or it's like shampoos and soaps this month. Sometimes it's raising funds for a natural disaster that happened in the world and would deviate tips toward that. So it's really cool because we're teaching customers generosity, also teaching my team about like, hey, we're doing something that's adding value, not just to the local community, but to other people. You may not see it. So because of that, it's given us a lot of opportunity to really just bless a lot of people instead of just kind of keep it narrow focused. So yeah, we do that. We partner with a lot of different local nonprofits in the city, like the Hilliard Food Pantry or Festa, just a lot of groups that are just doing really good things that just are encouraged by the extra boost from what we can do.
I love that. I love that. And so let me ask you this. What led you to Hilliard as a community? Are you from here?
No, so originally my wife and I are not from here at all. She's from Toledo, outside Toledo, Ohio. I'm from upstate New York, in between Binghamton and Albany. We both met in college in Pennsylvania. And so we both went to a Christian college. I got a ministry degree, she got an education degree. And so when I was a kids pastor in PA, it's a long story. You can go to our YouTube channels and watch literally the whole story. But basically, snapshot, we wanted to get outside the four walls of the church and actually do something in the community. We didn't know anything about Hilliard. We felt Columbus is where we needed to go, and we're talking 2015 at this point. And we toured the area. I got a master's degree up in Ashland, Ohio, so we knew a little bit about Columbus, but only Polaris and Easton. We didn't know anything about this west side of Columbus. And so we drove through Old Hilliard before the splash pad was here, before the Crooked Can was here, and it was raining. We just drove right through this area like, oh, this is a neat community. Maybe we'll just do it here. We had no idea. Didn't even know how to say it correctly. And then after meeting one person in Washington, D.C. and talking to someone on the phone from West L.A., we felt like, okay, let's make this happen. And so we moved here in 2013 of Labor Day, and I worked at the YMCA and Starbucks and just got to know the community until we were able to do what we had to do. So yeah, crazy story. But again, you can watch the whole thing on our social media pages, but it's a nuts story.
I love it. That's so great. And so why do you stay in Hilliard? Like, do you feel like you made the right decision?
Yes, yeah. Now it's not because of all the economic growth and all the things going on. I just absolutely, having 4 girls, I wanted to, and because we're very keened into education and understanding, we really like the Hilliard school systems and the education they provide for our kids. And so right now their friends are here, their favorite teachers are here, this is their community. So leaving would be a really disservice to them at this point. So we joke around, it's like, we got probably another 10 more years until my youngest graduates high school, and then we can say goodbye to Hilliard. But right now we're enjoying staying here. It's nice having the amenities. My girls will ride their bikes up and down. We're only a mile away from here, so they can ride their bikes up and down Old Hilliard if they wanted to. It's just nice to have that type of community feel where, which is one of the main reasons what attracted us to Hilliard even before all this got built, was it felt like a large city, but it had the small town feel to it. And so I know that's what a lot of the vendors in here and a lot of other places, businesses that we're connecting with, is that we're trying to keep that small town fervor that Hilliard has always been known as it continues to expand. So that becomes the challenge right now, which it'll be fun.
I love it. I love it. Well, you and Sharon do such a great job of staying involved in the community and keeping that small town feel. So I'm really excited. So we'll make sure that we have the links to all of your social media,
please,
your YouTube channel. That way you can get the full story, because it is really cool. You'll definitely want to check it out. So thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Stay tuned for the next episode of Come to Find Out.